if anyone is going to tune into this, but I figured I'm going to make a... Oh wait, we're still connecting? I always get so confused when it starts streaming on the phone. I never know when it actually starts, because it says it starts and then it just goes, it just connects me, and most of the time it's like halfway through the stream. Exited host mode, okay. That's a good sign, I think. If anyone ever tunes in, make sure, well, I don't know if anyone can hear this, but let me know if you're there, so that way I know that we're actually connected. It's always a little bit frightening. Very, very frightening. I think it still says it's connecting to the chat. So maybe it's not working? Oh, I'm so confused, so frightened. Well, anyway, I guess in the highlight of this, I'm going to cut out this bit where I'm really confused, because otherwise that will be annoying for everyone, just me fussing about for like 10 minutes. I'm going to actually, while waiting for people for anyone to say something so I know that it's working, maybe if I hide the chat and then I show the chat again. No. Oh, yep, okay, you're there. Hey, Tigrix. Okay, good, so the chat is working. Excellent. And the stream is beginning. Welcome to the cake stream. I'll be back in a sec. I made one batch, like one lot of cake mix earlier, because I figured it would be boring to show everyone the exact same thing twice, and I care about my audience, so I will just take the cake mix and put it into this pre-greased pan that I made. This is like a cake thing with a little thingy on the side that I can, well, I'll show you how it works when we get up to that bit. But this has been greased with butter, and also I've put some baking tray, I don't know what it's called. I've put some of that on there, which is great. That's what you want. Actually, maybe I'll take you along with me, shall I? Okay, so here's something I prepared earlier, which you have a huge shadow on. That's annoying. There we go. In the mixer. I'm gonna take that mixture off. It's all goopy. And I'm gonna pour it, as one does, into this. Oh God, it's so hard to do with one hand. Oh no. Okay. Time to cook an elephant. Yes. Oh, wait till you see this elephant. It's horrible. But I can't wait to show you. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna get a spoon. Get my special scraping spoon. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes. Oh God, I'm left-handed. Okay, well, let me put this over here, because like I say, I am left-handed, and sometimes I forget that, because I grew up doing everything the right way, as it were, before people realized that being left-handed was actually not a normal thing. It is kind of abnormal, literally, but you know, not an evil thing. So we're just gonna get my pre-made cake mix into there, and then I'll show you how I made that cake mix, and then we'll put it into the other one, because to make this elephant cake, which again I will show you in a minute, and I can't wait, it requires two cakes, one for the head and one for the body and trunk. Those of you who tuned into my my film club for Twitch subscribers and patrons last night may already be on an elephant theme, because in the movie we watched there was a weird elephant ghost. I don't think it was meant to be an elephant ghost, but we all named it the elephant ghost because it was a cloud that made elephant noises. It was Fateful Findings. If you weren't aware. Okay, that looks like that'll do. I'm getting bored with scraping this gluggy mixture. And that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, yes it does. I'm gonna answer my own question. Okay. Just licked my thumb and I'm gonna wash my hands now because I licked my thumb. I'm a hygienic cook, if anything. Okay, so back to me. Now, it is my great pleasure and honor to show. Actually, I'll plug in my phone again to make sure I don't like run out of battery halfway through this. Can we call it a tutorial? Let's call that this cake tutorial. So, this is better than a cooking show because literally anything can happen. And you know it's me, so there's going to be technical difficulties and all manner of terrible things happening. And also the cake that we're making, you would not see in a cooking show, I don't think. So this cake book, which is falling apart, is one that I'm going to be making a video about, hopefully within the next month, about what I call cultural fossils. Because this book was huge for a very specific demographic, namely 80s and 90s kids and their caregivers in Australia and New Zealand, and I think perhaps in South Africa, or some parts, probably the white parts of South Africa. And I'm not going to show you all the cakes, and I'm not going to go too much into detail about how bizarre this cake book is, because I'm going to cover that in the video and I don't want to spoil the surprise. But actually, no, I'll show you one of my favorite ones, which I think I might have displayed before, if I can find it. Okay. Oh, this cake here. Yes, this is a duck, and yes, it has popcorn for hair, duck hair, and it has chips for a beak, and it has red eyes. So this is a cake that children in the 90s and 80s got for their birthdays and enjoyed, right? So I think standards have changed a little bit since then, and it is an old book and a bunch of pages just fell out, so I'm going to go pick them up now. But that's not the cake that we're going to be making today. The cake that we're going to be making today is, in fact, this cake, which is called Pink Elephant. Now, doesn't that look lovely? Doesn't that look like the kind of thing that you'd love to see as a birthday present, or, you know, as a child? You know, the kind of thing that doesn't give kids nightmares. That's what we're going to be making today. I would make this one because it's slightly more attractive, or less unattractive, shall we say, than the other one, but I made that as a surprise for my mother's 60th birthday party. So this time for Mother's Day, given that she does like elephants, I'm going to make her this furry elephant. Is the elephant propelled by poo? Probably. Got some on the back of my hand. It's a nice cake mix. And so the good thing about this cake mix, about this cake book, and one of the reasons why it was so popular in Australia was because it was basically for like working class, middle class caregivers. I say caregivers because it's more politically correct, but back in those days it would have almost definitely been mothers making them. But it was still made for people, it was made to be accessible. So all of the ingredients, like popcorn, which you would then put on a duck's head, are ones that anyone can get. It made sort of, you know, decorated cakes accessible to, you know, whole generations. And it also wasn't very pretentious about how to make the cakes. It did provide a recipe for how to make a cake from scratch, but all the recipes basically say use cake mix. So in tradition of this this cake book, this accessible cake book, I have gotten, do you see this as like backwards, or do you see this as actual, like, can you read this? Because it's backwards to me, but I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to be using this cake mix, which I'm pretty sure I used for my mother's 60th. Australian since 1978. There you go. All right, so I prepared all my ingredients to make them look nice. Over here, ignore the old pomegranate, that's going to be used to decorate instead of sweets. But what we need for this, apparently, according to the cake mix, is we need the cake mix. We need 2 eggs, 2/3 of a cup of milk, which is here, sorry. And I mean, it says soft butter, but the cake mix that I made before starting the stream to test it out, it was like, it just didn't mix. It was all lumpy. So we melted it a little bit and then my mother gave it a little squash. So we're gonna have some squashed butter that we'll add. And the instructions say that we need to add all the ingredients. So we'll do that now. If only there was some way that you could be like directly above and just, oh, okay, maybe that. Okay, so we'll add, oh, I should probably take this out. Oops. So, add all this. And so that's the cake mix. Oh, I think I missed a little bit. I'm a big stickler for using everything. Always feels like such a waste if there's like tiny bit of powder left. You can work butter with a spoon to make it soft rather than melting it. Yeah, well, now I know. 2 eggs, and you know that they're organic. Oh no, these ones don't have smiley faces. Oh yes, okay. You know that they're organic free-range eggs because they were laid with a little smile on them. That's how you know they were laid in the wild. Ah! The egg exploded. So we've got 1 egg that we're adding, and the second egg. I'm very mildly concerned that maybe a little bit of shell fell in there. But I think we're good. And either way, it'll blend, and it'll just mean we'll get extra protein or something, right? Okay, so now let's get all of our butter in, and then we're ready to blend. Oh God, this is really hard. Why is this so, oh my God. Why isn't this going in? Let me get a spoon, this fork's not working. Okay. So you might be familiar with my mother's cooking videos that we've been, so far there are 2 that have been made public, and I'm working on a 3rd one. But my mother has expressed an interest in streaming her cooking videos because she's gotten intrigued by watching, well, hearing me streaming. So this is also perhaps a flagship, just to see how it works when you stream cooking, so that way I can help my mother do it independently if she decides to go down that path of doing curry streaming, as she calls it. You love cooking streams? Oh, I'm glad. Shells are good texture. Yes, indeed. That's probably true. Okay. I'll just scrape that on the side there. That'll be used up, I'm sure. Okay, so. Oh, Jeffera, thank you so much for subscribing. Okay. Oh, my. How do we? Okay. Oh God. Oh. Did this put no? Sorry, I'm going to be struggling with this for a while, I think. You only really like amateur? Well, you've come to the right place. All right, well, let me move this over here. And let me try to... Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, speaking of... to cooking. The thing is, right, I don't live here, right? so, so you can forgive the fact that I have no idea how any of these appliances work. I assume, right? Okay, how, I'm trying to move this down. Oh dear, I might need to call for help. This is a very eldritch looking mixer. That's what it looks like. And let me put the thing over there while I struggle to make it work. Now, it fell down all by itself before. Why can't it do that again? I'm gonna wash my hands in the meantime. So this is not just a cooking show, this is a cooking show in somebody else's kitchen. So I guess, you know, that can have a bit of, you know, there's some risk there. It's like playing a video game, except, oh my God. Sorry, I'm gonna get some help. Hold on, I'll be back. So, help is on the way. I don't know what the $2 are for. We'll have a look after this. Okay. And here it comes along. How did you do it?
Oh, yeah, this lever.
That's what I did.
Well, you need a neck.
Apparently. Gosh, okay, thank you. All right. So, these two dials, let's have a look at them. That is like a temperature dial, so I guess it can heat while it's going around. And then that's the actual mixer, which I also don't really know how to use. It looks like, oh, min is for minimum. Oh, I thought it was minutes, and I was wondering why it wasn't timed. Okay, all right. So, it says in the ingredients that we should put them on, put it on low until it's combined. So let's make sure that that's all happening. Looks to be combining nicely. I think the butter, like squishing the butter beforehand was a good idea. It's very quiet too. I might need to scrape down. I'm gonna scrape down the side of the bowl. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Oh, what else will I frighten myself in? Frighten myself drawing, frighten myself cooking. The world's just a big scary place, don't you know? Okay, scraping down the side of the bowl to make sure all the ingredients go down nicely. Yep, okay, that's good. So, get down, get off, I'll just scrape this there, okay. And we'll put it back on minimum. Thought it was speeding up. Okay, while all that's happening, I'm the kind of cook who likes to clean up as I go. So, in other words, the best kind of cook. While it's combining, although that actually seems pretty good, this is very smooth compared with the other one. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so now I need to put it on medium, apparently for two minutes. And I assume that's medium, and now I need a timer. So I'm gonna use the oven timer because I can't use my phone one. Oi! On, timer, 2, okay, let's make it 40 seconds because I did linger a bit. And while that's going on, I should show you the rest of my ingredients for making the cake. So other things that I'm gonna need in the making of this cake are, for the decoration part, we've got 250 grams of shredded coconut here in a nice bowl. We've got some really, really old pink food coloring to make our elephant pink, which is, as you know, the normal elephant color. We have some digestive biscuits with chocolate on one side, which we're going to use for the ears of the elephant. And instead of, like, so the elephant itself, the ghastly, horrifying elephant, let's put that up there, that we're going to be making, it has, you can see, like, some licorice there for a tail, and just some, it says assorted sweets. It doesn't actually give you the dignity of telling you what these sweets are. But we're basically going to try and find substitutes. My mother wanted to have pomegranate seeds for eyes, so it's going to be a very beady-eyed elephant, and I might as well just use the seeds for the toenails. For the tusk, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll just make it out of coconut or something. We'll see. And for the icing, we're going to make our own Vienna cream, which is, excuse me, very nice icing that I used for the last cake. It was delicious. And for that, we needed 1.5. Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave that for later. What a nice surprise that will be. Okay, let's turn off our mixer. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks so much better than the other one. Wow. Yes, I'm very happy with that. Okay, yeah, definitely for next time, I would say mush up the butter rather than leave it in chunks. Go up! Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna leave it up there for a little bit, and just so that some of the excess icing just drops down, and then I'll scrape the rest off. So in the meantime, our Vienna cream, we've got, this is, oh, it said 1.5 lots of a particular recipe that it gave. So let me just see what this is. Oh, 'cause the book is all over the place because it's falling apart. So here's the contents page, which also has the Vienna cream recipe up over here. So to make 1 lot, it's 125 grams butter. So that times half, 125. That's like 100 plus 60. 125 plus 62 or something. So that's like 185. Let's just say 185 grams of butter plus 87.6. Thank you, Jeff Roth. So that would be, I can't be bothered. Oh, is it? It's 87.6. Whoops. I might have put a little bit too little butter, but I can always add a little bit more, I guess. 1.5 cups of icing sugar, so that's like 1 plus 1.5 plus 3/4 of a cup, which is 2 and 3/4, and 2 tablespoons of milk, which is 3 tablespoons of milk. Ha! That one was easy. Okay, so I've got those ingredients already here. It says room temperature, and I don't trust this, so I'm gonna squish this butter. I'm gonna pre-squish it, and you can see the milk in a little thing there. Okay, so we've got this cake mix all ready. Are you as excited as I am? Okay, let's anyone who's new here, this is my first cooking stream, so no one's allowed to be mean to me. Them's the rules. Okay, let's scrape all this down. This is very fluffy and light. Hopefully I'll remember which cake this was, and I'll make this the head, so the head will be the juiciest part of this elephant. Come on, down you go. I don't like to waste all the stuff. I mean, like, I guess I get to lick it afterwards, but it still feels wasteful. You know, they said the preparation time for this was 6 minutes. Oh, in a perfect world. If you said 1.5 plus 3/4, it's 2 1/4. Okay, excellent. All right, so now we take this. Oh, why is there a bit of icing sugar there? Where did that come from? Oh, it probably came from this thing. Okay, so, oh God, the coordination involved with streaming, Jesus Christ. Okay, so, and you can really tell that I've got like a big, whatchamacallit, a big crack in the viewfinder there. Hello, fellow culinary luminaries. Hello there, Tarbinler. Let's baking. I don't know if that reference is like something that's shared with Japanese pop culture, but when I was working in Japan and did school visits and all that and made friends with English teachers, they all told me that like just a common thing was saying let's, and then what's it called, gerundian, a present continuing sort of thing. So let's eating, let's drinking. So let's baking was a thing that we used to say jokingly when we made stuff for each other. God, why does it take so long to get all the... Jesus Christ. I'm not as patient as I used to be when it comes to this sort of thing. Definitely not. But also, this stuff is very stubborn in terms of coming out. Like, it's really gloopy and sticky. Like some sort of cake mix. Now, I'm gonna need to clean this before we start on our icing, which should be fun. Cleaning on stream. I also haven't really baked. Like, I made some Anzac cookies for Anzac Day, and that was my first time like baking in ages. God, get out, you little bollocks. Oh, this still... It just feels like such a waste if there's anything left inside, but I think my patience is about that much. Okay, so put that down, and I need something to like scrape off. Is the chat saying anything interesting? Garund, yes, that's right. Okay, let's spread this out. Can you see the whole cake here? Just spread it out so it's nice and even. Oh, compared with the other cake, that cake looks like shit. This cake looks great. Okay, down. Get off. Stay there. Don't. Okay, yes. Hold on. Here we go. A little fork. Do what I cannot. And then I get to eat the rest. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, oh, bollocks, I forgot to preheat the oven. 180 degrees, I think. Let's double check. Oh wait, no, let's look at the cake mix, not the thingy. 160 fan forced. Okay. Well, we'll have a little chat. Maybe we can start on the icing or cleaning or something. Sorry, I forgot to take you with me. 160 fan forced. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's good cake mix. Gonna make myself sick. Okay. Okay, so that's right. We were gonna like clean everything. So, oh god, yummy cake. Yummy cake batter. Oh, I should turn that off for safety reasons. Wait, just that. Yay! I did it! I figured it out first go. Okay, so. Actually, I'm gonna turn the camera away while I lick this clean because I don't want to get banned from Twitch. I will tell you, it's really yummy though. If only you could taste how good this was. Gonna make myself sick. That's probably enough. All right. I'm censoring myself now. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a quick rinse because, you know, I'm at my parents' place right now. This is their job right now, the cooking and cleaning. Their job is to look after me. But I will give it a quick rinse just to show that I've tried. I'm such an adult. Hold on. Okay, we got some other mess that I'm gonna clean up here while we're waiting. Hope you've all been having a good day today, or good evening, or early morning, whatever it is right now for you. Who needs dishes, right? Okay, I should probably clean up this bench. It's gotten a little bit messy. Look at that, I did that. Okay, let's focus. Oh, it'll be a cleaning stream now, so you can look at the bit that needs to be cleaned, and then I'll come and clean it. Wow. Okay, actually, there's a bit of powder there. Okay. Wow, look at that, just cleaning up. I hope this is like ASMR for some people. Just, oh, the sounds and the sights of someone cleaning. There we go. I could probably show you a little bit around our house while I'm at it, because my mother is very keen on putting photos and things, embarrassing photos of me and my sibling when we were younger around the house. So maybe I can subject you all to that. One thing Sean always says to me is that, like, as if it's a fault, is that I know no shame. I think of that as a plus. It is a very nice kitchen, isn't it? My mother's big into cooking, so this is basically the nicest part of the house. And also, I guess my family's middle class, so that tends to help with, you know, having a nice looking space. I'm just gonna eat some more of this, I'll be back. I'm gonna make myself so sick, but it's all right. It's all right. It'll be worth it. Okay, now I'm gonna rinse out this mixing bowl. I'm so sorry for subjecting you all to my enjoyment of this cake mix. It's really not very professional of me as a cooking streamer. Okay, so, oh no, let's show you what I'm. Sorry, this is all new to me. So it's like, what can I show you? I'll show you how I clean. I'm just gonna use my fingers here. I just need it to be. Actually, no, that's not working. How does my? Okay, again, this is not my kitchen, so I don't know where the cleaning products are or what we use to clean. Do I use this? Do I use this thing that I just used to wipe the bench? That seems a little bit not okay. Maybe I wasn't meant to use that to wipe the bench. You know, I'm gonna take a fresh thing so that I don't do anything wrong. Okay. Oh, and I need some dishwashing stuff. Dishwashing stuff. Gentle face cleanser. Hand balm, no. Cream cleanser. Supreme Cleanser. Household surfaces, no. Oh, rinse aid? No. Dishwashing liquid. Okay, here we go. This kitchen's as new to me as it is to you, apparently. Okay, so gonna scrub-a-dub-dub this dishy wish, and you'll all have to watch me. This is entertainment, damn it. Are you entertained? Is this entertaining? If you say no, you'll be immediately banned from the chat. That'll show you not to appreciate this menial labor. Okay. Ah! Oh God, I should have, sorry about all the noise. Middle class kitchens. Best in the world. Oh, whoops. Well, I sure hope I've rinsed out all the dishwashing liquid. I guess we'll find out. Okay, I'll put this to the other side. And take this away. And stop looking at my pants. And I guess I should dry this as well. Using the towel that my mother uses to dry vegetables. Yay! Okay, so we're ready to cook. To mix. Oh, I think the oven should be preheated now. How exciting! Okay, so how long do we put it in for? We put it in for 40 to 45 minutes. Oh, I'm scared now. It's the moment of truth. Okay. Oh, dang! There are some trays in there. I need to take those out first. Didn't really think this through. Again, not my kitchen. All right. So, okay. So taking this out and taking this out. Whew. Oh, I'm puffed now. I'm doing another stream a little bit later with Sean for Saturday morning co-op. So it's going to be a very stream-heavy day today. Okay, got one in there, and now take this one, the nice one. So the nice one's at the bottom. I'll try to remember. You remember too, yeah? The nice one's at the bottom. Nice one at the bottom. Nice one at the bottom. There we go. And now we put on a timer for, let's make it 40 minutes, and then we'll check on it, and then we'll come back. There we go. Okay, timer is running. Oh, I'm exhausted now. Let's have a nap. Now I think what I'll do, I'll squash that butter because it says that it needs to be room temperature. Room temperature butter. Where would I should put that in a bowl, shouldn't I, rather than a plate? So now we're gonna make the icing by plopping a bunch of butter in a bowl. Butter in a bowl. There we go. And getting another fork. God, I'm just like plowing through these forks and then like putting them in the sink like I'm not going to use them again. Okay, gonna mush up our butter. Foresight, that's always a good skill to have when you're cooking. Don't you agree? Foresight. Squashing all the butter. Squashing all the butter. Squashing all the butter today. That'll probably do. I think what we do is we whip the butter by itself, so it doesn't matter, I guess, in that case if it gets stuck so much. And we're going to be using a different mixer for the butter. I mean the icing, or the Vienna cream, as it were. That sounds nice. Okay, so. Okay, there we go. Nice. Now let's look at the instructions, shall we? So for Vienna cream, oh, I need to wipe the bench a little bit more. Sorry, I'll be back in a sec. Got some leftover cake mix on the bench there. All right, so let's read together, shall we, if it's possible? Vienna cream. I can't see it. Vienna cream. Have butter and milk at room temperature. Place butter in a small bowl of small bowl. That's not really going to matter, is it? Place butter in a small bowl of electric mixer. Beat until butter is as white as possible. And then gradually add about half the sifted icing sugar, beating constantly. That's going to be hard because when the bowl is in there, I wonder if we've got a smaller bowl. I'll be back. I'm gonna ask my parent or guardian if we have a smaller bowl to make it easier to add stuff. I'll be back. Just entertain yourselves. Look at you all talking amongst yourselves in silence. Well, I couldn't find a small bowl to go with the thing, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to have to improvise a little bit with slowly adding the icing sugar mixture. On the other hand, my parents have been looking around in the garage just for, I guess, things, as one does when one is a hoarder on the verge of retirement. And they found this googly eye. So that's going to be our elephant eye. Rather than using candy, let's see how big it will be on the head of this elephant. I suspect it's going to be this eye taking up like 50% of the head, but I'm looking forward to finding out, and I hope you are too. Let me rinse that eye, given it's been in the garage for probably years. Okay, we'll get that ready. Okie dokie. All right, so it says, so first of all, let's first things first, beating the butter. Gonna beat it till it turns white. there's a little bit of butter there. Put that fork over here. And now I will plop that whole blob in there. And maybe mush it a little bit more by myself. Just in case that makes it easier. I don't know. I don't know how all this works. It's been so long. Okay, I've smushed it all in the bowl. Now, oh God. So the hard thing is, like, once you've taken stuff off, then you need to take it off there, and so, like, I'm trying to get it to fall into the bowl, but Jesus. Okay, cool. That'll do. That's probably as much butter as we can put in there, and I may have put in a little bit too minimum butter, but we'll see. Oh, I just noticed there's a bit of cake mix in there. Let's fix that. These are the cooking habits of someone who has chronic anxiety. Can you tell? Oh, must clean at all times. It's like either extreme. The moment you let it slip, then it all goes. So you need to keep everything together, right? Okay. All right. What is that? That's like a jar of chilies. Those are homegrown chilies, by the way. My mother is a big homegrown vegetable kind of person. So now we again attempt to put this in here. Okay, I think that worked. And we'll put that down, and it says beat it. Oh my God. Oh. It is happening again. Maybe I need to put it on here. Like, just... Which way did he pull it, or did he push it? Did he? Oh my God. I don't want to put my face too close, or... Oh, it did it! Yay! Okay. Excellent. That was all me. All right, so you can see here, presumably, you can see here we've got the butter mixing, and we're going to mix that until it turns white. So I'm just going to leave it, and I'll turn it up a little bit. I feel like that's what you need to do. Okay, I'm going to need to scrape it every so often, I think. Is there any way that we can just, like, focus on inside there? Let's get this a little closer, shall we? That'll do. Okay, so let's stop it. And where's my scraper gone? Oh, don't tell me I put it in the sink. Oh, here it is. Okay. Ooh. It's like drama after drama. Go, get down. Go. It goes up okay, but like it's the putting it down which always seems to be the issue. Am I perhaps using the wrong tool for this job? Because like with the cake, maybe I need to change mixer. Like maybe I need to start with the other one, and then once it's all beaten and white, I need to put it into this. Because this seems very inefficient. It just gets stuck in there and stays. It seems needlessly complicated. Yeah, probably. Why don't I just leave it in there and see what happens? Let's experiment, shall we? That's what cooking is all about. Cooking is a STEM science. Well, now I need to scrape all this garbage back in here again.
Mummy wants to know if you want to set up the little one or not.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
And we've got some eyes here.
You got some more eyes. Okay, so we've got a bunch to choose from. That helps. Thank you. If you could put them, yeah, just put them down somewhere. We have more googly eyes, everyone. gonna be a googly eye party in here. Okay, so the challenge now is making this go back down again. I did it! Oh, gosh, you'd all be so proud of me. I'll put it on the high. Like, surely. Sorry, that's probably really loud. Let me hold it up a little higher. There we go. Does that seem like it's working? Can you hear me when it's on? That's probably what I should be asking. Well. Oops, sorry. I'm coming through well. Excellent. I'll put that down and I'll scrape the sides a little bit again. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. I just need to be like scraping it all, getting it back into the middle. Room temperature butter. Just scrape it off into there. Oh, sorry, you didn't even see what I was doing. Okay. Let's bring it down again. It's not that loud? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, I need to lift it up before putting it down. I thought I had some more like cake mix on the back of my hand, so I licked it, but it was just butter, so I just licked a bit of butter off my hand. Gross. Unexpectedly salty. Does it look like it's turning white? Let's look at the instructions again. So let's read together, shall we? See if you can read this minuscule writing, or at least know that I am reading it. So no, that's not going to work. It says, have butter and milk at room temperature. Place butter in small bowl of electric mixer. Beat until butter is as white as possible. Gradually add about half the sifted icing sugar, beating constantly. Add milk gradually. Then gradually beat in the remaining icing sugar. Mixture should be smooth and easy to spread with a spatula. So there you go. Okay. So let's take a check on our butter again. Still looks pretty yellow. And I don't really see, like, it just kind of stays in the same place. This feels like a poor design. Okay. Maybe I was meant to use the other one. I mean, this seems like a butter whipping tool. Like, well, cream whipping anyway. Alright, I'll put this back down. Try to push the butter. Oh, God, I can't do it with my right hand. Try to push the butter into the middle so that it gets actually beaten. And like, get the fuck out of here, you ass! Okay. There we go. Butter problems. You make it as soft as possible, and it's still like, no, I like it here. I'm gonna stay here forever, thank you. I mean, it says as white as possible, so maybe it's basically you keep beating it until you give up. Perhaps that's what they were going for there. Okay, it's funny, I spend half the time like scraping stuff out, and then I just scrape it right back into there. That's efficient and effective. Okay, I think that'll do. Actually, no. A little bit over there too. Get off! Get off! Oh, don't add more! Jeez, why won't you behave? Okay. So down we go again. Beating it. It seems to be a little bit more compliant now. What if I make it more like that? Because then I imagine some of it would like fly out. Like all the stuff that goes in will fly out again. What do you think? Like, it really does seem like there's very little movement happening. What if I just make it really, really high? Because it doesn't specify what speed to put it on. It just says beats until white. Let's have a look at our cake while that's happening. We've got about 22 minutes left. I see nothing. Let's take a little peek. I know you're not really meant to do that, but I'm impatient. Ooh, oh, it smells lovely. Okay, that looks like it's working. It's going as intended. The mixer has the heat setting, right? You might be able to. Maybe that's what it's for. Well, I tried doing the dial, but nothing happened. But still, that seems to be having a better effect, having the higher speed. Like, it does feel like it's sort of moving around a little bit. Kind of. Well, while that's going on, how about I show you some embarrassing photos? Would you like that? Oops. Wait. I guess we've got all the light that we have here, which is a little annoying. Still. Okay, so embarrassing ones. I'm going to go with only the embarrassing ones. That's me, I mean, you can tell I'm the one pulling the face in the middle next to my dad, and you can see I take after him. Me, my dad, and my sibling in Cairns. We went to Cairns for the first time, which is like a tropical sort of area in the north of Australia. This is my sibling. Actually, that's not an embarrassing photo, but it's still an amazing photo. That's my sibling in their debut sort of dance performance with their dance partner, which was incredible. I had a cameo in there playing the Japanese taiko. This is a poster that I made for one of the musicals I was in when I lived in Kochi Prefecture. I drew the figure in the middle, and then my friend did all the ghosts. It was meant to be like a Christmas carol, well, Chosogabe carol, but butter's still going. So it was, yeah, basically these musicals combined an aspect of local culture with an aspect of Western culture. So it was like a Christmas carol crossed with the life story of this guy called Chosokabe Motochika, who, I mean, in Kochi, in Tosaben, they probably pronounce it Chosogabe, so we made that deliberate choice there instead of saying Chosokabe. What else have we got? Here's me in Kyoto with my sibling, my dad, and my mother. My dad's big on trains, so basically every time we went traveling, we always go somewhere train related. And this was a place that had a steam locomotive and piano museum. Like, that was literally the museum. I wonder if it's still open. Like, it was like, oh, here's the museum was like, here's a big hall which has like 3 steam locomotives in it, but also there's some pianos. There's a big chandelier in the middle of the hall too. Sorry, let's have a look. Still pretty yellow. getting whiter though. Trains and pianos, I can think of nothing that fits better together, right? This is a fun story. When I was living in Tokyo back in 2007, my sibling came up to visit me, and in time for their birthday, which is around the time of Valentine's Day. And I took them to this place. Oh God, I've forgotten what it was called now. But it was this place where next to one of the stadiums, and I decided to take them on a Ferris wheel because, you know, then we can see the city. It was this giant Ferris wheel that was in this park, and so we did it. And then when we got down, they shoved a pillow into our hands with the heart-shaped pillow and said, "Say cheese." So this expression, if you think it looks awkward, that's because we had neither of us had any idea what was going on or what was happening, and so we were just kind of awkwardly smiling. And yeah, so that's one of my favorite photos. We ended, like, it was really overpriced because it was Valentine's Day. It was really overpriced, and normally I don't buy those things, but this one was it was so awkward. We just thought that looks amazing, so I ended up buying it. This is another one of the musicals I was in. This is the one where it's called Ekin in Neverland. So it was Peter Pan with Ekin, who's an amazing artist in Kochi Prefecture. That was where I got to be a pirate. I'm probably that one over there, pirate / business person. There's a picture that I drew for Easter earlier in the year, and I printed out a test picture, and we'd run out of ink, so there are lines on there, but my mother liked it anyway, so she printed it, she put it on the wall. Let's see. I mean, that looks all right. I mean, it looks yellow on the phone, but it looks pretty white for me. So that's great. So that was a nice interlude, wasn't it? Let's go back to me. Look at the cake. Now back to me. Okay, so now gradually add about half the sifted icing sugar, beating constantly. I mean, did I like wear it out or something? What's going on there? Oh, okay, maybe that was the timer up there. Well, let's try doing this. It's probably gonna fall everywhere. Beating constantly. So here we go, it's beating. Gradually adding about half. God, it's hard to control. I think we're probably gonna have to stop every so often and like scrape it down just to make sure it's all like moist and combined. Let me stop it. I hope this is entertaining for you. Let me know if you're getting bored. I just wanted to try out doing a cooking stream because I've never done one before, and also I want to sort of see what the logistics would be if my mother wanted to start streaming. Okay, get out of there! Jeez, God, you poop, you little poop. Alright, I mean, I guess that'll have to do. Yeah. Okay, we'll plop that back down. I'll put it on high. That seems to have helped last time. So we can see that blending in there. You've probably noticed that my cooking style is very, very, very slow and steady. I'm not a professional cook by any standard. Get in there! Slow and steady, I say. How's it going? Gonna need to scrape it again, I think. It's just constant scraping. I can't wait till we're actually making, like, designing the cake. I'm really excited about that. It's the best part. I was considering just doing a stream of sort of cutting out the completed cake and decorating and all that, but I thought at least maybe it would be worthwhile doing the whole process, just in case people watching the VODs or something would be annoyed that the cake was pre-prepared. Look at this big blob here. Isn't that frustrating? Isn't that the kind of thing you just don't want to see when you're trying to make some icing? I feel like maybe this mixer was, this particular beating thing was not what I should have used. I probably should have used that other one that we used. I think I've made this, oh, I can't see the whole chat. Why is that? I think I've made this kind of icing before. If it's what I think it is, then when you add the milk, it will really help with the texture. I'm thinking, like, next to the, I'm assuming it's milk that you have said. Well, fingers crossed, huh? Maybe when it says gradually, they're expecting that everyone's going to be more impatient than me. It is getting a little bit easier to remove every time though. And it feels fluffier. So that's probably a good sign there. Maybe I'll add a little bit in advance. Ah, in you go. Okay. Hey, I've gotten the hang of closing it now. Look at me go. Alright. Let's watch it go round. Yeah, it's mixing a bit better. I'll add a bit more. Oh god, it's flying everywhere. Okay, I think I'll scrape it, and then I'll add the milk. Oops. Hold on. There we go. Slowest batch of icing I've made in my life, I think. I think the issue has mainly been with the mixing tool that I chose to use. That was a bad idea. But it's okay, we can deal with it. Mainly because I'm too stubborn to go and change my mixing tool now. Durr, get out. Oops. Just karate chopping all the butter. Okay, now let's add the milk. What does it say? Does it say slowly add the milk? Add the milk gradually, okay. God damn. It's a very forgiving icing. I'm very much hoping so. It's gonna be the most buttery damn Vienna icing ever made. I'm curious as to what the sound is like. Is it very echoey, the sound of my talking? Because I'm in a really big room and I just sort of it's turning out well. Okay, wash my hands. It's a little echoey. Okay, thank you. That's something to keep in mind. I think when my mother cooks outside, there's, we don't have issues with echo, but for this sort of thing in such a big kitchen, a little bit problematic. Probably gets better when I'm a little closer to the camera, I imagine. Just itching myself. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Okay, gradually adding the milk. Gradually adding the milk. Okay, yeah, it does seem to be doing a lot better, which makes me wonder why I even bothered, you know, why they make the milk stage so late in the whole process. I'm almost positive that I made the wrong choice with mixer tool. But that's okay, we learn from our mistakes, so the next time I make one of these ghastly cakes, I'll know what to do. Let's make it higher. Whee! How's that going? The fun bit's gonna start soon. Are you all excited? I'm really excited. Yeah, I think it's looking a lot better now. And there's not so much of it sticking in the middle, which is probably what we want. Can't get this last bit. I think there might have been a little bit of liquid in there. But that's okay, so let me scrape that down, and I think our icing is ready. Which is fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let's lift this up again. Look at that. That looks a lot better, definitely. Okay, we'll scrape the sides down. Scraping, scraping. Okay. And the mixer's kind of covered in icing sugar, which I don't like. That feels like that should be blending in. Why isn't it? Still got big blobs of butter in there. I feel like this middle bit's more buttery than icingy still, which is annoying. But still, we'll chalk that up to experience and use a better mix, like a more appropriate mixer next time. At least it's all kind of blobbing out when I push it. There we go, nice big blob at the bottom there. Blech, down it goes. Okay. Saturday morning kitchen, but 100 times better. 100 times better or 100 times less professional? So, again, Arkrut, you seem to have a knack for tuning in at the most exciting part of a stream, because we're almost done with all the boring parts of, you know, preparing the cake and doing, preparing the Vienna cream icing. And the cake is nearly done. So we'll get on to decorating. And let me show you, sorry, after I finish, look at my fingers. Hold on, I'll wash my hands now. I'll show you what we're decorating. Yay, it's all done, more or less. That'll do anyway. I'm bored with that. Okay, so the thing that we're going to be making is, let me turn the thing around. This. We're putting all this effort and all this work, and at the end of it, we're going to have this monstrosity. So, yeah, this, like I mentioned before, this is a cake book, a really special cake book that was basically in every middle class to working class child's home in Australia, basically. And I'm going to be doing a video about it, probably within the next month or two. I've been researching it for a little while, but because my last account was banned, was suspended when I traveled here, I was in contact with a lot of people who were sharing stories about how they had the cake book and how they remembered it. So yeah, I'm going to be making a video about it, and I thought partially like this cake book, especially because the cakes are really ugly, as you can see. They're really like, why? I mean, you couldn't sell this book anymore, like unironically, outside of nostalgia. Like nostalgia is all that it's got because it is actually not a very good cake book, and yet it was this huge phenomenon because it made decorating cakes accessible to the working class and middle class. Yeah, so I'm doing a video about it, and I thought maybe given that I'm making one of these cakes for Mother's Day as a sort of tongue-in-cheek sort of thing for my mother, who loves elephants, yeah, I thought I might stream it, and maybe I can use some of the footage or mention this VOD for people who are interested to see sort of what it takes to make one of these cakes. Anyway, we're about like 1.5 minutes away from completing our baking. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Oh, it smells so good. Oh, can't wait. Oh, yum. Okay, well let's read the instructions to see how long we have to cool it. Whoops. I was meant to switch that over onto me. There we go. So, bake, allow to cool for 5 minutes prior to inverting onto cooling rack. Okay, inverting. I'm not gonna invert it. I'm gonna like take it out properly with my special high-tech cake tins. And we've also prepared this board here, which is actually a picture that my kind of niece, who I made that Easter present for, drew for us a while ago. But that's going to be our decorating mat. All very exciting. And we've got all these ingredients ready to make this disgusting icing. Oh, actually, now that the icing is done, I could mix the icing with the assemble cake as shown, tinced Vienna cream with pink food. Oops, sorry. Oh, the cake! Oh, the cake! Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, let's test it first, shall we? So I'm going to... Oh, God. Oh, no. How old are these things? My parents found this in the garage. It's a fruit survival kit from Mike and Jack, and the expiry date is... Like, this is from when I was in primary school, probably. They are candy. I see no expiry dates, so presumably that means they're still good. But, have the cake. I'm coming. Maybe the black wasn't there originally, and now it is because it's so old. Okay, so. Everyone's so anxious about these cakes. Well, I put it at the minimum possible thing. Oh, that's right. I was coming over here to get a something to prick the cake with. A disposable chopstick? No, we'll use a fork. It's got the icing on it. Okay, so... Oh, that seems good. That also seems good. Okay. Well, we stop it and then I turn off the power by giving it a light touch. There we go. All right, and I'll take them out of the oven with my special little oven mitts. I'm gonna move this out of the way first. There we go, okay. All right, so one little cakey. And two little cakes. Oh, that one's a little bit lighter. Maybe I'll leave it in the oven for a little bit longer. Maybe on the top. Oh, good night, Jefferoth. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you sleep well. But look at that. Going to bed dreaming of delicious butter cake. And please do not eat the candy. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to eat that. Like, jeez. I'm just transfixed by it. And these are Jelly Belly jelly beans from probably the year 2000. I went through this phase where I was really, really obsessed with Jelly Belly jelly beans. And it was to the point where now, like, the taste of them makes me feel physically sick because I just ate too many of them back in the day. And last year I did a Nopathon, like a 12-hour streaming thing of horror games with my friend Amelia Jane. And so we did the Bean Boozled challenge. So the beans that you have could be a nice flavor or they could be a gross flavor. But the thing is, because I have this reaction to Jelly Belly jelly beans, it didn't really matter whether I got a good one or not. I just felt really nauseous. So people got their money's worth out of that. I'll probably, I applied to do the Scarathon this year, which is this month in May. I'll find out hopefully soon if I've been selected. I'm not sure if I will because my Twitter account was suspended and they're probably going to think it was for a bad reason and not a clerical error, which would be understandable. But if I do, I'll be bringing out the Bean Boozleds again. I'm not looking forward to that, but you know, you do what you can for charity, right? They all tasted of vomit, if I recall. Basically, yeah. Ugh, not very nice. All right, so we let these cakes cool for about 5 minutes before transferring them. So while we're waiting, why don't we look at the Vienna cream thing. So tint the Vienna cream with pink food coloring. Oh, what I should have done is lifted that up. Sorry, I'll lifted this up here. Take out all the cream from the middle. This delicious Vienna cream, which I completely used the wrong tool for. Come on, out you go. I've been asked to be in a music video, by the way. My friend Joshua Idahan, who's part of this band called Ben and Citizen in the UK. You might know him from Twitter as well. They've released a song as part of an album which is like related to quarantine and things like that. And so one song is about using the quarantine time to make sure you don't lose contact with the people you care about and to look after each other. And the chorus, they wanted to have people sort of like recording themselves dancing to the chorus. And I warned them that like I inherited my dancing abilities from my white dad. And he said the more awkward the better. So it should be fun. I'll see if I can record something tomorrow at some point. You didn't know I did breakdancing. I do a mean robot, but it probably isn't appropriate for that kind of song. I actually did have to do dancing, like I did classical, traditional Indian dance, Mohiniyattam, for about 10 years. And I was shit at it. And I hated it. I always say that in the family, I'm the singer and my sibling is the dancer. Because I mean, my dancing, like the Indian dance that I do, isn't so bad anymore, and my sibling's singing is possible, but both of us are kind of missing a certain sort of knack for it, I think. Our respective skills. Don't tell my sibling I said that about their singing. Yeah, I do the taiko drum. Okay, yeah, I think that's all the icing we're gonna get off of that, which means, is it lick this time? God, I hope so. Doesn't this look delicious? Okay, let's try and take this off. Actually, no, I should probably try and scrape a little bit more off. Whoops. Doesn't seem like there's that much I can do, really. Maybe if I use a knife or something. I'll be back. Okay, this might be a little bit better. Yeah, we're at least getting a little bit more. Tiny little bits. I don't know if it's worth it. That'll learn me for using the wrong mixing tool. You really want to do baking again, but getting hold of ingredients is really difficult. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. We got really lucky, like all of the ingredients except for the chocolate biscuits, like all the essential ones basically, we happened to have from ages ago. Because I guess they're non-perishables, more or less. But the thing is, you have to really be a baking person to have a lot of those ingredients in the first place, like the shredded coconut, the icing sugar, that sort of thing. And nowadays, I think everyone is trying to get their hands on it. Oh, am I going to lick this? I think I am. Okay, avert your eyes, everyone. I'm gonna have a little taste of this. Really excited. Okay, good. Yeah, that turned out well. I should probably mute my microphone while I do this because I don't want to embarrass you with my happy noises. I'm actually gonna mute that. Sorry, I'll be back in a sec. Hello. Well, I'm back. That was fun. Sorry about that, everyone. I really like, that's why you bake. It's all about getting the mixture. Licking the bowl afterwards. I know like adults and stuff sort of grow out of it, but I never ended up doing that. Okay, so for the other cake. There we go. Sorry, I forgot about the other cake still in the oven. All right, so let's get back to the Vienna cream, shall we? Tint the Vienna cream using pink food coloring. So you accidentally had a nap. Oh, well, welcome anyway. We're gonna put in some of this pink food coloring. Actually, here we go. Wait, have I just frozen myself? What's going on? Am I frozen for you as well? What's going on here? Oh no, it's green now. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. So I've got this food. I don't want to mess this up. You need to just put like 1 or 2 drops, and that should be enough. Oh, I can't mix with 2 hands. Let me... There we go. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see the color changing as we mix this. Try and move it over to you. Oh, isn't that lovely? Nice rosy pink there. The color of elephants. It's amazing how little you need of this poor crushed beetle's wings. I wonder if they have like those beetle farms just to get pink dye. Isn't it horrible? Yeah, this seems like a lovely pink. This will probably do us, I think. Oh, there's a big blob of pink at the bottom. I think it's going to get a bit darker by the end. Okay. Oh, there's still that big blob at the bottom. Oh. The icing looks flamingo colored. Well, that's where you're wrong. It's actually elephant colored, I think you'll find. We do have one bottle of food coloring that says it is cochineal based pink food coloring, but I'll have a look at this one. It just says color 122, and I think that is the color for cochineal. Back when my sibling was really into going vegan, when I was in primary school, we did all the research into all the different additives, which ones were made from animals and that sort of thing. So look at that. It's turned out quite good. It's pretty even as well. It's hurting my wrist. It's so thick. All right, now the next stage is the coconut, I believe. Mix in a figure of 8. Oh, that's clever. Wait. What? What? It doesn't even mention the coconut in the book. Assemble cake is shown. Tint Vienna cream with pink food coloring. Oh. Ice elephant, cover with pink tinted coconut. Okay, so I need to mix the Thanks for not telling me about that step. You little garbage. Okay. I think I'm gonna need a bigger bowl for this. Hold on. This'll probably do. I need to make sure it doesn't all fall out. Don't want to lose any. Oh no, I'm losing some. Ah! It's going everywhere. Oh. Well, I mean, I did wipe the bench before, so I think it wouldn't be wrong if I at least put some of the coconut back in, because you all saw me wipe the bench. It's pristine. How dare you imply otherwise? Yeah, Sean, I believe, couldn't sleep tonight, apparently, so he's going to stream early. I feel like I still need a bigger bowl. After all that effort. There we go. Let me just clean all this stuff up. Oh, we almost lost the phone. Almost lost the phone there. Sorry, everyone. Gonna do a little bit of cleanup. Hope you don't mind. What are people saying? Grit is good texture. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Now let's try a few more drops. Oh, that was a lot of drops. That's probably, hopefully, gonna be okay. Figure eights, you say? Well, wow. This is not having any effect. It's like getting absorbed into the coconut. We might need to put a bunch more. That's probably the equivalent of one beetle. Oh, it's all at the bottom, that's why. I guess the coconut doesn't really need to be that pink. I mean, and after all, elephants aren't actually pink. I hate to break it to you, but it's not a thing. It's interesting, like it seems to be a lot more red than pink, even though it's the exact same food coloring. Probably enough food dye, don't you reckon? I won't add any more in. I kind of like the mottled texture. Nice even mixing of coconuts. There we go. Okay, so I guess the idea is that we're adding the coconut after we've iced the cake. Which means, that now we are up to cutting our cake and shaping it and doing all the fun stuff. Hooray! Okay, well, in that case, I'll put the icing to the side for the time being with the coconut, and I'll do a little bit of cleanup here, get rid of some more of the thingies. Oh, gotta wipe the bench as well, especially after all the coconut. Cooking with Anxiety. I should make a series called Cooking with Anxiety. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the cake. Baking, isn't it? Okay, so we've got our cake tins here. Are they still hot? No, they're not. I'll show you something cool about these cake tins, right? See this thing here? There's like a little lever here. Have I made sure my mother doesn't know about the cake? Oh, she knows. She asked for it. She's like, make me a cake for Mother's Day. And I was like, fine. And so I did. Okay, well, let's move the cake over here. And same here. We've got a little clip and it goes, whee! It makes it so easy to like keep the shape. What happens if I try a little bit of this crusty bit here? Tasted better as cake mix, but then it always does. Okay, so one of these, ooh, that one's a little bit more hot, probably because it was in the oven for longer and more recently. What? How does that work? Okay, let's pick that up. Pop it over here. So what we're going to have to do for this cake, we're going to have to cut some certain bits. So over there, we have one cake that's as normal, and then the other cake, we're going to cut a bunch of little shapes, which are going to form the trunk and the legs. So I'll make the shitty one the body. That's what we're going to call it, the shitty one. This one's the shitty one. This one's the one that was all, the mixture was a little bit more gloggy. So we'll save all the best stuff to have all the nice features. So maybe what we'll do is we'll move this to a tray. Where are all the trays? Oh, here. I should have probably put them both on trays, actually. Oh, well. Oh, how do you do it? Do I need to... I mean, it said turn it upside down. Maybe... Oh, God, if it breaks, I'm going to be so sad. Ah, there we go. All right. So that's one of them done. Oh, so greasy. All right, so this is now an art stream because, oh, should I oh, it's so frightening. Oh, God. Okay, yay, we did it. Okay. Good morning, Glaucus 92. How are you going? We are making a cake. So, just a reminder, this is, oops. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to cut the cakes in this way so they have a certain number of pieces, and then that will make up this to turn it into this terrifying elephant. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm an artist. I can do this. This is my life. What kind of a knife should I use? A butter knife? A bread knife? I might use a bread knife. Okay, so I guess what we want to do is we want to make it a little bit, we want it to be round but even throughout. If it turns out this cake isn't fully cooked, I'm going to be so cross. Okay, and then that's going to be the head. I think that this is going to be a very big-headed elephant, don't you? With a really long and narrow trunk. Okay. I'm so nervous, everyone. Okay. You really want a piece of the cake? Oh, me too. Oh God, it smells so good. I'm grumpy I have to wait until tomorrow to eat it. Although, it seems like there might be some left over after I finish slicing, because it's just a trunk and 4 legs. Oh, good, good. Well, I'll give some to my parents then. I'll cut it into 3 even pieces. No, I'll give the biggest piece to my mother. Nom 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 nom. Okay. We're slowly getting there. I feel like the cake might need to cool a little bit more to get a bit more firm. I'll be back in a sec. Leftover cake for the icing bowl? Oh my God! No, I think I'm probably going to have to use all the icing. But I'll get a little saucer and put a piece of 2 pieces of cake on. One from my mother and then one from my dad. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, and now the moment of truth. Oh, you're going to be making cake today? Nice. Okay, all right. Let me do a tasting. This is like one of those professional cooking show tastings. Okay, so I've got the piece of cake here. Mmm. Did I do it right? It's all right. I think this one definitely could stand to be crustier. Maybe I could have left it in the oven for a bit longer. I will finish eating this now though. And then if I do have extra icing left over, I'm going to be really grumpy. Now talk about the texture for 2 minutes. Oh, the texture is like, it's a very cake-like texture, like as if it were made out of eggs and flour and left to bake for 45 minutes. You can really taste the egg. The baked egg. Okay. Now, okay, we're gonna pick up the pieces. And we're gonna transfer them. Actually, let me just plug in my phone again to make sure we don't run out of battery. Okay, so we're gonna transfer it here. And then hopefully the rest of our stream will be focused on this. Just need to get a nice shot. It's a shame I can't like raise this up a little bit more. Like, maybe I can? No, I can't. Okay, never mind. This isn't my tool either, the microphone, I mean the camera stand. I really want... Oh yeah, this is way too small. Well, we've encountered something of a obstacle. I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna cry for help. one's the glass one? Oh, yeah, that'll be too small too.
What do I do? I've got this notice board.
We can put it on a notice board, put some baking paper or kitchen paper or something. Baking paper might be good, yeah. Okay, we're gonna salvage this. Hey, Diana Jack, nice to see you. Just to bring you up to scratch, this is what we're baking right now. We are making this delicious, handsome-looking creature, which is definitely the work of a cake decorating professional, and now me. So what I want to do is to try and make it look as much like that original terrifying creature as possible. But what happened last time I tried making a cake from the cake book is I accidentally ended up improving on the original design, which I don't want to happen, ideally, but we'll see how we go. Our current technical difficulty is that the tray that we've laid out for it seems like it's going to be too small because I made the elephant's head very large and its trunk very long. So it's basically going to fall off the edge. Unless we could put like two next to each other and then just not move the cake at all until until it's all gone. Like just that allocate that particular part of the kitchen bench exclusively to this. We'll see. You improved cake by adding more cake. Yes, I did. Damn, why do I keep making these recipes better? It's not my intention. I wonder if there's anything else that's a little bit bigger. I could use two chopping boards next to each other. Two of the long, like these ones.
You could, but I've also got this tray here. Let me get it out. And could you put it back on?
Getting some help. I'll give some privacy there. I know, I wouldn't want to be filmed like reaching up.
See, we can use the top of this, but just when we're cutting it, we'll have to.
Yeah, well, we'll be careful when cutting it. This might do it. Yeah, that's much bigger. I think that'll do it. Thank you. And what I'll do is I'll put the black thing on top of it anyway, so that way it'll be like a nice backdrop. Okay. All right. So now it's. Let me eat those little pieces of cake. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Yes, this will do us, I think. So now pick up the cake again. Put it down. The trunk. The trunk goes up. Yeah. Oh God. It's like a. I probably shouldn't have started with with this. It doesn't look very appropriate. I don't want to get banned from Twitch. Sorry. God, it has a massive head, just like an elephant. Let me move that a little bit over. I want to have some space for the legs. Just need to move that up a little bit more. And this is how they've done the legs. There's one that's like that as well. One of the legs going up. Can you see this? Sorry, I should make it. There we go. Oh, you know what? I should, because you're seeing the elephant upside down, aren't you? That's no good. Let's ice it and decorate it like this for the benefit of our viewers. There we go. Oh, Secret Gamer Girl, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate it. We're just, we're making a horrific eldritch elephant. I'll just show you what it is we're trying to recreate again. This is the elephant that we're trying to create. This is from a 1980s Australian cookbook. So my mother used to make cakes for me using this cake book when I was a kid. I'm gonna make a video about it at some point, but yeah. So for Mother's Day, Australian Mother's Day, which is tomorrow, I'm making her this cake. That's what we do. So anyway, back to the cake where all the action is happening. It's isn't it looking swell? Okay, I think we're up to the icing part now. Let me just make sure it's all good here. I don't really want the trunk to be falling off, but stubby little legs and a big round belly. That's how we like our elephants. This leg is smaller than the other one, so perspective-wise it should be back there. Still an artist, even though I'm making an awful cake. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and then might want to sweep some of the crumbs back. Oh yeah, I should probably do that before I start icing, otherwise it's gonna all get in the way. I want to eat all the crumbs. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, we're taking a crumb eating break. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. That'll do it. Doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, we've seen the final product. Alrighty, let's get that one too. Okay, so now we have a big tub of icing. We have a nice googly eye that we're going to, well that, oh my god. It's meant to be like candy that you put on for the eye, but my mother found this googly eye, so I wanted to use this. Okay. So it's icing time. This is the fun part. Gonna cover it in a nice goop of pink. And then we're gonna sprinkle that afterwards with coconut. Hopefully I have enough icing. I'll start with the top and just try and spread it out a little bit more evenly. It'd probably be better if I just used a knife for this, I think. Oh well. That's the way I roll. I start with something and then I stick with it because I'm too stubborn to change. Yes, we'll have to be very careful not to eat that that googly eye. Definitely. Another big goop of the goop is a measurement term for icing. A goop of icing, I believe, is the culinary term. Gonna mix in a bit of crumb there that got stuck. This is Vienna cream icing, which we made from scratch. They had some icing mix with the cake mix that I used for this, but I said no! I'm gonna do things the traditional way after I've used my cake mix to make a cake. Okay, so we've covered that. I feel like doing the legs is gonna be a really crummy experience. I didn't mean to pun there. If you interpret that as a pun, then that's your own fault. Another goop of icing. Yeah, the crumbs are going to be an issue, aren't they? It's going to get all mixed up into the cake. But then I'm going to cover it with coconut, which is kind of looks like crumbs anyway, so maybe it'll be okay. Cav, if you put just a little of the icing on the bottom of the cake parts, they won't move around so much. Ah, that's so clever! No. It's alright, it's alright. But that's a really good idea. I'm just scared of moving the cake at all at this point, like trying to lift it up again. But yeah, that would have been a fantastic idea. Thank you, Diana. Okay, so now to scrape all the icing off for the trunk. Even if we just have a light coating of icing, like if that's all that we've got mixture for, then hopefully that should be fine. Ugh, God, this is gonna be a chore. Getting all this covered. God, it smells really good there. I wonder how I can put the rest of it down. There we go. So I've been able to coat the tops of all of them, which is great. So now it's just a matter of managing to scrape the rest of the icing around the sides. And then sprinkling on our coconut. And for that I might use a knife. I feel like that will be a little bit gentler. Icing tastes nice. There's a nice big blob there. Oh God, my back's sore. All this slaving over this cake. You don't know what it's like being a middle-class baker. Oh God, woe is me. In my parents' kitchen. I should have this stuck there so that way any icing that goes on the ground I can just scrape on it. It'll help keep everything in place, I think. Hey, morning, Eric. We've been at it for a while. What is the uptime? 2 hours, 2 minutes. That's pretty good. Pretty fair effort, I think, for a cooking stream. Look at us go, getting the icing on this elephant. This elephant from hell. Maybe this is the personification of the ghost elephant from our film club last night. The monthly film club I do for subscribers and patrons. There was an interesting elephant theme going on, unintentional elephant, in our viewing of Fateful Findings by Neil Breen. A heartfelt story about a man and his childhood friend, which is definitely the same age as him, not half his age, as you might expect from looking at the two of them together. Childhood sweetheart. Oh no, we're running into some problems with the crumbs, as I suspected. Although I do think that the coconut covering will help deal with that and keep everything a little bit more subtly hidden. Oh, someone asked me a question. So, Gav, when do you make the Neil Breen cake? Oh, oh. I actually feel like that might be a lot of fun to do. one thing that Mean Sean always grumbles at me about is the fact that if I have an idea, I never really stop to think if it's a good idea or a bad idea. I just feel in my mind that I want to do it. And then I do it because I have no shame. So if I have in my mind the idea to make a Neil Breen cake, then chances are I will probably make a Neil Breen cake at some point. It might take me years to do it, but it will never, ever leave my mind until it's done. Okay. Nice subtle icing there. Yeah, these cut parts are very crummy. You stand by this decision. Oh dear. You may regret saying that when my birthday comes around and I make myself a Neil Breen cake of that smiling face of his. Oh, the cake seems like it's, the icing feels like it's melting. That's not good. I don't think the icing is meant to be melting like that. Maybe it's feeling the heat from my phone. Okay. I don't know if you're still there, Secret Gamer Girl, but what game were you playing, or games? I know you've been going through a bunch of, like, retro games, yeah? Or if anyone else from her stream is in there. Have the cakes cooled down properly? No, they haven't. That's probably it. There's always something, isn't there? Whoops. Well, let's see how it ends up, shall we? I think the body one has cooled down, but the head one hasn't, which probably explains the difference in the consistencies of icing. Okay. Oh no, I have to like touch the cake to get this. Is it possible for me to like squash that trunk? Let's try and connect this, shall we? We want it to all like blend together as if it is part of the same form. I feel like, Diana, you're a little bit more recently experienced at making a cake than me, given you're full of good advice. Oh no, I dropped a bit of cake on the floor. Boo. There's a mood light now, very dramatic. As you can also see the icing melting. It's made it, you know, it's a race against time. Case of the melting elephant cake. Oh wow, you played a lot of games. All of the M games. Mark of the Ninja is a game I've played once and was very bad at, and I hope to continue playing it. And maybe even finish it. Okay. Okay, let's get onto the legs. Oh no, it's all falling apart. Help. Let's try and get this onto the back. Ugh. There we go, try and connect up these pieces a little bit. Oh God, I just keep like lifting up big chunks of cake. Oh no, this is the worst. Ah. The coconut's definitely going to cover this up. I refuse to believe otherwise. This is going to be fine. I say as I sit on my front porch as the flames leap ever higher. We might actually be running out of icing. Uh-oh. Should have made 2 lots instead of 1.5. That would have been easier to calculate and to spread on my cake. Yeah, it'll all be hidden by coconut. I'm basically, I guess, with the icing, just making enough. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I can just coat it all, which is what I'm trying to do without making more of it fall apart, then the coconut will stick to the icing. That'll be all I need. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Get this little blob of icing and do the best I can to cover it all up. There we go. By the looks of it, you can probably steal some icing from the main body for the last piece if you miss out. Ah, thank you. Good idea. I think I should have enough for most. Oh, God, my back. Oh, the pain. Need a massage after I make this cake. How even was this leg? Oh, you know what? If I put it like that, then I don't have to put icing on the rest of it. And I can move this to the back here. I just want it to connect so it looks like it's part of the same shape. There we go. Now we've got the leg that's kind of awkwardly flailing up in the air. Oh, I love that there are people tuning in to watch me make a deliberately awful looking cake. It means a lot to me. Okay. Now I just need to paint the back. Paint, I say. Whoa! Ooh! Okay, well, that's a nice selection of icing there. Oh! Which is all blobby. Yeah, it's all coming up, Cavi, slowly but surely. That's how people use that phrase, right? Here we go. That looks like an elephant, don't you think? Good morning, the manners. Hope you're sleeping well. I know a lot of people are having difficulties with the old sleep lately in this here pandemic. I think I can use this for the icing around the back. So we can manage a full coat. There we go. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And I think we still have a little bit of icing. Oh, I haven't done the front. Still have a little bit of icing in the bowl, which we can use as well. Which is fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. You might want to use the other side of the knife to smooth the surface. Yeah, I'll smooth it all out afterwards properly. But I'm also using coconut. I'm going to coat the thing in coconut, so it's going to add an extra level of roughness, I guess, to complete the feel of the cake. So I just need to finish off the hind legs here, which are very troublesome. Cover up the little feet. There we go. And God, this this hind leg is a lost cause, I think. We do have leftover icing. Wish I had a piece of cake, spare bit of cake I could eat with the leftover icing. If only there was some way I could have foreseen this. No, stay there, good. There we go. Look at there's legs, so bad. Oh dear, okay. All right, so we just want to seal in the moisture of the cake so that it'll stay good. And now that we've done that, Jesus. Smooth Nelly. All right, I'm gonna wash my hand as well as lick my fingers. And now, cover with pink tinted coconut. Now's the fun part. Look at our Nelly suddenly growing elephant fur. You know, the fur that elephants have. You know how elephants have fur, right? Yeah? No? Well, I kind of feel like they wanted to call this a mammoth, like a pink mammoth. But then they forgot what the word for mammoth was, so they just were like, people will figure it out. Let's just call it a pink elephant. Weird excuse of a cake. Cover your elephant with coconut to simulate fur. There's an absolutely delicious rabbit cake part of this book. And at least the coconut makes sense because rabbits do indeed have fur. Strange. I wonder if there's anyone who tuned into this sort of like, oh great, I get to see an amazing looking elephant cake. I can't wait to see how this person, you know, makes this fantabulous cake. And like an elephant too, how exciting. And then they see what I'm doing here and okay, so I just need to try and make all the side bits of coconut stick. Whoops. Luckily, you say poorly in your title. Ah, that's true. But it's not even just that I'm doing it poorly. It's that this design is poor. You know what I mean? Like, you can only blame me a certain amount for, you know, this finished product because I'm going by directions which tell me that I'm doing the right thing. You know, that's the problem. Okay. It's going to be coconut all over the floor. I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do after this, I can tell you that. In this here, my parents' house. Okay, get some more of that coconut up in that neck. It looks like an elephant. I've never seen one before. I assume it does. Yeah, they tend to be this color too. At least the non-dangerous ones. There are also grey ones, but they're carnivorous, so you got to watch out for them. I got to figure out some way of removing all this excess coconut so that it looks like a cake again. I'll try to scrape it up onto the cake as much as possible. But I can only do so much, unfortunately. Can, I guess, scrape this down around the side onto the floor, as one does. It's all looking fantastic. Old family recipe. I'm going to be throwing out a lot of this coconut, I'll tell you what. Oh God, my back. What is the name of this sacrificial elephant? It's a good question. What should we call it? Nelly seems to on the trunk. What's a name that's kind of, it makes you think of an elephant, but like not an elephant? Like Jumbo definitely makes you think of an elephant, but this one is not quite an elephant. So I want something which really fits, a name that will fit the fact that it's a really shit elephant. Bob, Nellie Breen, Pinky, Nell. Like Jumbo, but not. I mean, there's Dumber, but that's, I feel like that's already been done somewhere. Tulip, medium-sized. Daffodil, E the elephant. Okay, so we have successfully covered this in coconut, I believe. And now I need to somehow get rid of all the rest of it without messing up the floor too much. So what I might do is I'll get a bowl. I'll get this bowl and some paper towel. Okay, there we go. Seems to be working. Quite like the idea of the elephant being called medium-sized instead of jumbo. Or something like that. Dumbo sounds like a name that would get you a cease and desist, not sure why. Probably. Just something about that name, I guess. Maybe people will be, you know, offended. You know, if there really was political correctness gone mad, then I think that when Dumbo was coming out, like they remade Dumbo, you would expect there to be, you know, people picketing it saying that it's, you know, ableist or something. But thankfully, we don't live in a world where political correctness has gone mad. So, funnily enough, that didn't happen. Strange. Okay, starting to... Oh, that's a tricky one. Slowly look like an elephant. Look at all this excess coconut we've been collecting. Not as big as medium jumbo, bigger than wee jumbo. Oh, your earlier message has a tip? Oh, I can't, I'll probably have to look at the VOD and see that tip, and then at the end, looking at the tip, I'll be like, ah. You know me. I think probably if I tipped it, that might do something, and I might do that for, maybe I'll just use my finger. My finger seems to work too. It would be quicker if I tipped it, I think, but, oh, speaking of tipping it, almost tipped the microphone again! Oh my, okay, there we go. Has anyone seen the Series of Unfortunate Events TV show? I've been rewatching it lately. Ooh. And like at the end of the first season, there's a song which has kind of been in my head. And I say kind of because the only line from the song that is stuck in my head is "Life is a pair of ill-fitting pants." Which I think is very poignant. You're having coffee and ice cream for breakfast? Oh, nice. I haven't had ice cream in ages. Ice cream is one of my favorite foods. Well, favorite sweeties anyway. How do we do this? Let's turn it around on the other side. Does it look to you like the head is just kind of hanging on by a thread? Whoa! What do you think? I kind of feel like it looks like that. I might fix that. Okay, just getting the last of the coconut, last of the stray coconut. Oh, there's a little bit of coconut I missed in the front there, front of this leg. Well, not to worry, I'm on the case. I'll get it. Little sprinkle here, and Bob's your uncle. I actually do have an uncle called Bob. So it's a big family ritual where every time we say Bob's your uncle, we always give a little smug smile to each other. Like, ha, we do. But Bob is our uncle. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, to fix that disembodied elephant head thing we've got going on there, what I might do is just add more icing and kind of fill in that gap. Maybe do that with the trunk too, given that we've got extra. Num, 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 num. Okay. Get the dregs of this, make a little, oh, okay, I should have just used my finger. There we go, now we're just plugging that gap, and we'll plug the gap of the trunk as well. Okay, feels kind of like I'm doing surgery here, or sculpting or something. Cake sculpting. Need a little bit more, I think. Just to make it look like the neck is hanging on a little bit more. There we go. How's that? Maybe a little bit more for the trunk. And then that about uses up our remaining icing too, so that's pretty clever of us, isn't it? Oh, this bottom part of the trunk isn't covered either. Whoops. Well, I guess I'm using my finger for the whole part then. Damn, I thought it was so clever. Why didn't anyone tell me? Oh, no. There we go. I'll just cover it slightly and then sprinkle some coconut on it, and then that should do it. Yeah. So when do you do your diabolical laugh and lightnings in the background when the cake starts walking? Hopefully never. I don't want this thing to come to life. reuse some of the coconut. Okay, a little bit up here, then I'll put a little bit on the trunk. Come on, stick to the front. Here we go. There we go. A little bit more here. Stick that with my fingers because I'm ready to move on to the next step. Kind of want to give it a mouth. It doesn't tell me not to. Although who knows what will happen if I do. I'm gonna separate these legs a little bit more. I can't stop being an artist is the thing. Even when I'm making something which is awful, I'm like, no, it needs to be the right kind of awful. I still want to know what all the pieces are. Should I go off book? Should I make it a mouth? Would that be really naughty of me? Would that defeat the purpose of making this cake? Whew, okay, we're nearly there. Now, all we have left is the decorating part, and then I'll think about whether I want to make a mouth. Well, first of all, what everyone's been looking forward to. Let's go back down to the cake, shall we? Whoop. Ah. I think I need more icing there. It looks like it's got liquid in it. I think it's got liquid in it. That's gross. Okay, we'll put some more glue. Well, icing glue. There. There we go, pat that down a little bit. Shape this a little bit more. Get that head nice and round. And it needs a biscuit for an ear. So let me remind you what it is that we're comparing with. Now tell me if I've accidentally improved on the formula so far. This is what we were meant to make. What we have made is this. I feel like we've accidentally improved on the formula again. God damn it. Well. Now for the ear. Let's make a little insert here. It's like a surgical insertion of the ear. There. Look at that! Oh my god, it's adorable! What have we done? How did this happen? Well, we gotta make a tusk, and we don't have a jelly bean, which is what they tell us to use. So I'm thinking about maybe using one of these, another one of these biscuits, but using the white part. But let's see how well I can cut it. I'll probably need to. We'll probably need a few attempts here. Got some cake crumbs there. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna use a clean knife, just so that because this is meant to be like white. Okay, so this is me going off book again. I need to make this jelly bean shaped, I guess. Okay, so we've got this piece here. Oh, have a nice dinner, William Fruit Hustle. Okay, now back to surgery. Need to somehow make it stick, but I'm running out of icing. See if we can scrape a bit off. Look at that. Might make it a little bit further down. Oops. Oh, I hate that you've got the shadow there. It's so cute. The ear seems a little bit small, but I guess it's an Indian elephant, right? Okay. It tells us to give it toenails, but I don't really want to. It also tells us to make it a tail. And the tail should be made out of licorice. But so I'm just going to take it out for a sec. I don't have licorice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search our cupboard. Why is it so dark in here? The book said a lot of things, and the book is nowhere as good. That's true. Well, we've got these little chocolates here, so why don't I make like a trail? It's gonna look really silly, but I can make a little trail of chocolates and make that the tail. That'll be cute. Okay. Well, let me plop that into here again.